How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. First video of the channel. We're just going to be going over my Speedmaster reduced, and let's get into it. So, as you could tell, it's already the reduced version, so people will not consider it the timeless holy grail Moonwatch with its manual wind, the bigger 42mm version of it, but this one still does pack a punch in value. And also, this watch is great if you have a smaller wrist like myself. Try to get a bigger wrist to get more watches, but things just don't work out. But this is why Omega thinks of us too. So, as you can see, the crown is also a little lower and not aligned with the lugs on this watch. And a lot of people do not like that. Honestly, it's such a minute little feature that most people won't even recognize. And most people do honestly just think this is a Moonwatch because it closely resembles a Moonwatch. And even though it is a Speedmaster, most people won't consider it the professional Big Brother. But this watch will forever be in my collection just because of its timeless design and its smaller size. And since I do have smaller wrist, unfortunately, this watch does come perfectly sized for me. And as you're about to see, I'm going to fail pushing in this crown, but once I do get it down, you could see the second hand start to tick in the little sub dial next to the crown. And as you can see, it is a very smooth glide. Since it is a very small sub-seconds, it is a small watch. It is 39mm, or should I say 38.5mm in diameter, and a lug to lug of 45 with the 18mm bracelet. Like I stated earlier, this is my personal watch, and it is one of my favorites. I usually wear it on the weekends, and it does have some damage on it. You can see the bezel does have some damage. This acrylic crystal does have some scratches on it. It is not sapphire, but this watch is still holding up beautifully. The scratches just kind of add to character, in my opinion. I don't really care that much for it. This one is going to be mine forever. I don't ever plan on selling it. But this watch has amazing value. This watch is comfortable. It has a good presence on the wrist. It's a chronograph. It has it all, to be honest. So that's why I personally like it. And I love the versatility of this watch. I could throw it on a rubber strap and make it super comfortable to wear it all day. Or I could throw it on a really fancy alligator strap and make this thing pop on a tux. This thing will just not upset you in either scenario. And here I'm engaging the chronograph feature, starting the chronograph and resetting it back to its start position. And I just had to play it back because look how fast this second hand just flies back to its start position. In the blink of an eye, you'll miss it. And here it is on the wrist. My wrist is fairly small at 6.3 inches, or for those overseas, 16 centimeters. And now let's get into the negatives of the watch. One being the crystal. It is not sapphire, so it is susceptible to scratches a lot easier than its sapphire counterparts. And another one will be the water resistance. It is 30 meters water resistance, so I wouldn't get it wet. And my final complaint would be about the clasp. It does need to be updated to push button deployment clasps to make this watch very well rounded. And the lume on the watch isn't the greatest. It is applied to the hour hand, minute hand, and the indices. And if you're trying to tell the time in the dark or at night with no light available, you will have a little bit of trouble. You're probably going to have to take a second glance at it. But other than that, this watch is a very, very good timepiece. And here I'll include a lume shot and some specifications of the watch. But other than that, it is one of my favorite watches. I've owned it for about 2 years, and it will forever be in my collection. And this is it, and thank you for watching.